Over the years, the recoupling night has proven to be one of the biggest emotional roller coasters of the show. There's always a couple who, against all odds, survive the dreadful Casa Amor and come back together. But there's also at least one person in that villa who knows that somehow their world is about to end. Casa Amor has the track record of ending relationships or making them unbreakable. And today, we are looking at some of the most emotional recouplings in Love Island history. There's probably no better place to start than with Tariq and Ella from season 10. And spoiler, this isn't one of those good stories. By the time Casa Amor had rolled by, Ella and Tariq were already one of the most talked about couple in the villa, with Ty already pulling grand gestures for Ella.
Why are you so smiley today?
I'm always smiling.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
What are you talking about? I'm happy.
Me too, and I'm happy that you're happy.
Good boobs.
It had a weird start though, because for some reason, Tariq came into the villa proudly admitting that he had never had a girlfriend. So he kept his options open, testing other girls, and this made it difficult for Ella to trust him.
He knows what she's doing, so where's Ella, fam? Because why would you not talk to me after, fam?
Because I just felt like I'm tired, like it's always something.
So you don't trust me now?
Anyways, the two eventually worked it out. And by that I mean Tariq started to close up and show that he really loved Ella. Everything looked good going into Casa Amor now. Just in case you didn't follow the season, what happens next would be completely shocking to you. Tariq would actually stay faithful to Ella all through Casa Amor and appear at the recoupling night like this. Tight.
I had a lot of time to think and a lot to think about, but I feel like it's given me clarity. I know what I want.
So I'm guessing you're hoping she would have stuck by you.
I hope she did stick by me, yeah.
So then, when he was asked if he wanted to stick with Ella or go off with a bombshell, his answer was not surprising, to say the least.
To stick with Ella.
But the thing about betting on the relationship is that you do not know what the other person went for. So the seconds that followed after this were probably one of his most difficult to breathe in, because we were about to find out what Ella chose of.
Something tells me you ain't been true. I've been waiting for you. Oh, but tell me what's
That look on Tariq's face instantly became one of the most defining images of Love Island Season 10. It was hurt, disappointment, betrayal, all sharing one face. The craziest part is that the only reason Ella chose someone else was because she thought Tariq would as well. She didn't want to be the one caught single and hoping.
As you can see, Tariq has stayed loyal to you. How does that make you feel?
Kind of surprised.
You didn't expect.
And other times we have seen the roles reversed with the girl taking that leap of faith. In season 6, it was between Demi and Nas.
The faith here, and even though I've not been in here too long, I feel like I'm just going to follow my heart in this situation. The moment I came into this villa, me and Naz have just gelled so well. He has me in fits of giggles, and I'm just really excited that it could hopefully go somewhere.
And some people argue that these two were a lot more natural couple than Ella and Tariq we saw previously. Ella's actions could be justified because we did see signs of instability from Tariq at the beginning of the show, but none whatsoever here, which made what's about to happen even all the more painful.
Oh.
To make it worse, Nas didn't have a very valid reason for leaving Demi. He used the whole better connection line and honestly wasn't flying at all.
In the short amount of time we've been together, you've been amazing, but I just feel like even in that short space of time that I was with Eva and Casa Amor, we did have a better connection. So
this next case, however, had more drama, and to be honest, it looked like a big industry plant. What I mean by that is the producers set this pair up. It's none other than season 7's pair, Teddy and Faye. Now Faye was known for her fiery personality and had struggled to trust people. Teddy's calm and patient nature balanced her out perfectly. The two quickly developed a genuine connection.
Oh, amazing.
What's your situation at the moment? What's going on?
I'm probably like the most single in there.
Really?
Yeah,
Why?
Why? Because I want a man, not a boy. and also I can't fake my emotions.
By the time Casa Amor arrived, they were looking like the pair more likely to survive it. And truly, when the girls and boys were separated, Teddy stayed loyal to Faye. He turned down every opportunity to pursue the new girls and repeatedly told the boys that his head was with Faye. His biggest mistake came during a challenge where he was required to kiss one of the Casa Amor girls as part of the game, something he didn't think would jeopardize his relationship. Faye, meanwhile, was battling her insecurities. She constantly worried that Teddy would meet someone better and leave her. Then, the producers dropped a bombshell. They sent the girls a postcard showing Teddy kissing another girl during the challenge.
Where's Liam?
Liam! Is that Liam?
No, that's Jake, isn't it? That's Liam.
That's fucking Liam.
That's Harry.
That's Hugo. That's Teddy.
Oh my god! Oh no! No, I've been really missing the post at home. Normally it's a nice little clothes delivery. Not today, it's not A.
Without the full context, it looked like Teddy had moved on. Convinced she'd been made to look foolish, Faye decided to protect herself before she could get hurt. And so when the recoupling night came about, she picked Sam without thinking twice.
What boy would you like to recouple with?
Sam.
She fully expected Teddy to walk in there, holding the hands of the girl he was kissing in the postcard. But to her greatest surprise,
I would be there in the blink of an eye, with you somewhere over there.
at this point, she thought it had to be some game he was playing with her. When Teddy was asked about being loyal to her, Faye wouldn't even let him finish his sentence.
Teddy, do you feel like you stayed loyal to Faye during your time at Casa Amor?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you know,
Really?
I've got some wasted friggin' mosquito bites, but it is what it is.
Teddy was actually sleeping on the daybeds in Casa Amor to prove his loyalty to Faye, and all that was now a waste. At this point, you have to ask yourself the question if true love ever wins in Love Island. Well, hold that thought, because we're only halfway through this list, and I promise you, it gets even more emotional from here. If you've made it this far, do us a favor and hit like and subscribe if you haven't already, because trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. All right, let's keep going. This next couple who started from day one as well, Sydney and Isaiah.
Look me in my eye.
I say there's...
If there was ever a most charismatic couple award, it would go to these guys, and that's no argument at all.
I'm happy in my couple right now, but I also do really like you too.
Let's cheers to
It's stress.
being stressed, but also, I don't know, maybe some really great things on the horizon. That's all I'll say there.
Cheers. Eye contact.
Going into Casa Amor, Sydney was convinced they were building something real. And even though Isaiah did show signs of being interested in other girls, she chose to stand by her hearts.
I would like to stay coupled up with Isaiah.
Okay, Sydney, you have chosen to stay loyal to Isaiah.
All eyes were now on Isaiah, and I'd like to think this stutter was intentional, because for a second there we thought true love was actually going to win.
Are you ready to find out?
Change everything that's in the way. Every day is the same now. But I want this love. But I don't know how to want it anymore. The way that I once did.
Isaiah said it was difficult for him, and you know all those lines, but nothing was feeling at the moment could compare to Sydney. She was completely heartbroken and still tried to keep a smile on because the show must go on.
How are you feeling, girl?
That'd change everything that's in the way. Every day is the same now.
I feel like I was just like hit with a semi-truck.
I want this love.
But it doesn't always have to be bad for it to be emotional, right? We've had some good Casa Amor couplings that left everyone in tears. A good example is Amy and Curtis from season 5 of Love Island UK. They were another fan favorite heading into Casa Amor. They had looked pretty natural, and you could call them another safe bet.
And I am starting to develop deeper feelings for her. And it's really, really nice, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what the future holds.
Amy was so locked in, she spent the whole time away at Casa Amor talking about just how much she loves Curtis.
Before I left the villa, I had started to have a bit of an inkling that I might love Curtis.
Right.
Like, he's like my absolute favourite person. And I thought I loved him.
We wouldn't say the same for Curtis, who for the first time started questioning whether he was truly happy in his relationship.
That looking back at your relationship, well, your situation with Amy, that there's potentially something missing.
Maybe there is, but I don't know what, because just why has my head been turned? There must be something missing.
He grew close to Jordan Rian and even admitted to the boys that his head had been turned, although Jordan ultimately wasn't interested in pursuing him romantically.
Now just got so confused.
Okay.
How has my head been so turned? I was going to ask Amy to be my girlfriend, mate.
I know. Sooner or later, you're going to have to make a decision.
The experience made Curtis realize he could no longer pretend everything was perfect with Amy. But despite that little sour patch for him, he returned back to the villa single and was just hoping that the universe would pardon him.
Or would you like to recouple with one of the girls standing in front of you now?
I'd 100% like to stick with Amy.
And the look on everyone's face showed that it may not have been a good idea. With everything he had just said, it looked like he wasn't settled himself. But you know what they say. Sometimes you don't realize what you have until you're about to lose it. Fortunately for Curtis, he didn't lose it.
Welcome back. You okay?
Yeah, you sure?
Yeah.
And that particular recoupling night in season 5 had more to offer because immediately Curtis and Amy had their seat. It was Tommy's turn to pick up his baton and stand for his love story.
Would you like to stick with Molly May? Or would you like to recouple with one of these girls standing in front of you?
I've decided to stick with Molly May.
Tommy and Molly May were another extremely charismatic couple, right from day one, although they had issues with reassurance leading to Casa Amor.
By a stunning girl that's coming in, there's a Ringo. The guy that I like is a boxer. How do you think I feel? You've not come over for 1 second and said, babe, shall we go and have a chat before you pull Mora for it?
And so there were some insecurities going into the break. That's not a place any relationship would want to be in. And to make it worse, the problem was act double-edged.
You told me you have nothing to worry about, I just want to pursue things with you. That has never come out of your mouth.
I struggle with being straight up with people, okay? And I thought that spending every day together, sharing bed together, would be enough for you to make you realise that I do like you.
The thing about this couple, though, is that they resolved their issues quickly and could be very cheesy while at it.
A girl I've got on with this much.
Really?
Yeah, really. And I genuinely didn't think I was going to come in here and be blown away. And that's exactly what you've done. And every time I wake up next to you, it just makes me smile because I don't know what I've done to deserve waking up.
And all that's cute, but the danger ahead still remains. Because like they always say, if it's meant to be, it'll find its way back. Unless the producers have scheduled Casa Amor. So, with Tommy still choosing to bet on what they had built, the weight on his shoulder must have been massive, waiting those few seconds to see if Molly May would walk back in and still be his. And if that doesn't warm your heart, then I don't know what would. But in the end, not all who stand for true love get rewarded with it. And it's often those moments where love fails that real emotions are felt. Just like Tanya and Shaq from season 4. Shaq had cemented his resolve and made Tanya his ride and die. And it just made sense to specifically if you recall all the moments they shared together, Ab.
With a memory.
Shaq had seen enough and stood by his girl all through Casa Amor and into the recoupling night egg.
You have decided to stay loyal to Tanya. If Tanya walks in with a new boy, you will be single. If she comes in alone, you will be together. Let's find out.
But it all came down to this single moment. And as usual, it's the time you hold your breathe and hope you have your happily ever after.
So don't act like a fool, 'cause our love can never break, never break.
And everything we have seen in today's video is why Casa Amor is the most feared challenge on Love Island. It tests who's brave enough to bet everything on another person, knowing full well they might walk back in alone. Some of these couples got their fairy tale. Tommy waited, and Molly May walked back in. Curtis got a second chance he probably didn't deserve. But for every one of those, there was a Tariq, standing there with his whole heart on his face, finding out the hard way that loyalty doesn't always get rewarded with loyalty back. So tell me, out of everyone on this list, whose recoupling actually broke your heart the most? Drop it in the comments, like this video if we got the ranking right, and subscribe, because Love Island has never once run out of ways to make us feel something.